I made it. I made it. So this is the bed and breakfast I'm staying. I'm at the window just above the big dining area, big patio windows. Ah, there's a cat coming to see me. Hello. Bonjour, little cat. So there we are. Chant des oiseaux, I think that means owls. Chez Fabrice et Valérie Constant. Now, Valerie is the landlady. That's a sign for cycle trail, I guess. So finally in France, Normandy, heading towards the memorial. If this microphone stuff doesn't work, I'll just narrate. So right then, left. 250 metres. The Rue de Bayeux in 100 metres. And then the left onto the D127. And through the village, which is quite a big one. Bigger than I originally expected, because it just looks like a dot on a map. But some beautiful houses, some not so beautiful trucks. Yeah, quite a major road this actually, I think. So now left onto the D127. There should be so not until this car has passed. Oh, it's fuel. It's expensive, but it's fuel. That might also be a shop. 248 kilometres onto the D12. So here I am setting off on my ride to Sur-Mer, trying to collect my thoughts. Not quite sure what I'm expecting on Sunday. I planned this trip meticulously, and this final route is pretty well all on the minor D roads and even unmarked roads towards Sur-Mer rather than the main roads, although even some of the D roads can be quite busy, and certainly the coast road all along the Normandy coastline from Caen westwards is a busy road with lots of traffic. So as I said, got many thoughts running through my head. What am I there for? Is it just to pay my respects, or is there some other thing? I'm driven by something to meet a need. Certainly have been having a difficult time in life, emotionally and mentally, over the last few months. Some of that is to do with work, a sense of failure, if you like, lack of achievement. So I'm seeking some kind of redemption, maybe. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying the peaceful Normandy countryside, the villages built mainly of limestone here, the huge stone barns. It's a very French place, but linked irrevocably to Britain and the rest of the world by what happened on D-Day and thereafter. And I understand that the battles for Normandy were fierce and involved huge loss of life on both sides. So it's not just a cheery trip on a motorcycle. It is also a pilgrimage. As I go through these villages, I kind of wonder what people there think of the whole thing, because I think this is probably mainly a commuter area for people heading into the larger centres. As my previous experience of visiting Normandy in about 2012 was that large parts of the rural areas are depopulated, as people have either moved from the country to the cities, or just cannot afford to live there anymore because there isn't any real occupation for them. This is a cider and Calvados producing area. It's also a rural economy, but nearby the huge cities. Even Paris is probably not too far away. But I think once you get away from the busier roads, there are many quiet lanes, and I can see why people come to these places for contemplative holidays. So just to break off, I encounter a British camper van, the scourge of Cornwall, where I live, which is besieged by tourists in summertime, any time from June, July onwards. As the numbers build up, the roads get busier and life becomes difficult for us residents. So I wonder what the residents of Normandy feel about the annual influx that probably comes around the D-Day landings time. Certainly there's much evidence that many people make a living out of the landings, so there are museums, cafes, gift shops, experiences you can take on, and I really don't blame them for that. It keeps the memories alive, as they should be, and I hope that'll be ongoing, because we do need to learn about the evils of war and to constantly be reminded that it's not a good thing to be aggressive towards other nations. I think, as Churchill once said, it's better to jaw than war. So I'll end this little monologue now, because I'm going to be coming to Sur-Mer in a few minutes, and there we'll see what we find. So in the meantime, enjoy the rest of this ride with a little bit of background music through rural France and many pretty villages. Okay. Ship. Let's see. Large parkings. Right. We'll turn off navigation now because it's not really helping us. I think actually we can get onto there. Large parkings. I think is what we want. Where are we now? So we head on left. Let's delivery. The post. That is your post. to. No camper vans. No camper vans at all, ever. So, shall I park next to this very flash car? I think I should. These two people right meander past. I jump there. It's parking for... I can smell the sea from here. Right. So this is the place, or close to the place. Stop the bike engine, lock up, and go for a wander. 1, 2, 3. So here I am, finally, in Lyon Sur-Mer. Kawasaki's parked behind me. Sea is in front. I'll do a 360 swing round. So you can see what's behind me. Now I'm going to go and explore, find where this memorial is, and pay my respects. So you can see we are in the presence of some big buildings, which may be the ones that were in the story of the ones that Patrick recognised as where the boat was when they sunk. There's a big side bar here. I'm going to just walk along the front. I don't even know where this memorial is. So it's very much a case of let's explore. So now we are on the actual seafront, as they say. Yeah, buildings are beautiful, very old school 19th century seaside resort. Place is not quite deserted, a bit better than it was maybe yesterday. So now we start the search for the actual memorial. There it is. I just got goosebumps. He did. Made it. Oh, I never thought I'd get here. It's a memorial with flags. Some poplars. It just says, you can't read it, to the memory of those who perished aboard H.M.L.C.H. 185. Struck by the acoustic on 25th of June 1944. Held by Patrick Thomas. My second cousin Geoffrey Dunkerley. So here I am opposite the memorial. The guy's just taken a photo. It is in the background. I made it. I made it. Yeah, this one's from my mum. From my dad. He's no longer here. My cousin Geoffrey Dunkerley, and for all those who perished during those awful landings, which were necessary at the time. But war isn't necessary. I think I'll end it here. do a few photos. So behind the white houses that Patrick remembered the beach. And the memorial. Just having a much needed coffee at the beach cafe. That really took me by surprise. I didn't think I'd react in that way. Achieved the main objective now. Next I think is Sur-Mer. I'm going to the British Normandy Memorial. So this is the beach today. Just see a swallow flying over there. Quite flat. Still a bit windswept. In the distance there's a little fairground ride. It's not terribly busy. The sea is still pretty rough. Of course the beach itself doesn't look as it would have done back in 1944 when it would have been full of mines, tank traps, barbed wire, machine gun posts, artillery fire, ships on the horizon everywhere, planes flying overhead, constant noise, smoke.